on page 2 here, and this is where the coding starts. And if you're all nervous or you're going to have to write lines of code, you don't have to. It works like puzzle pieces. There's a video here that can get you started, but I also can just show you step by step. If you put together a puzzle as a kid, you can do this. So let's just do the first pretty easy one together. Click on the Seismic category, that's over here. And then drag Show GPS Stations to the program workspace. It's already done, but I'm gonna, if you have something there already, so we'll put that here. Show GPS Stations. I got it from Seismic over here. Uncheck the Show Station Velocities on the block. That's right here, and I uncheck it right there. Drag the All GPS Stations block from the Seismic category to the program workspace and connect it to the Show GPS Stations block. See how there's a little like puzzle piece right here? We want to go get the All GPS Stations, pull it out here, and then just put it right together like a puzzle. Then we just click the Run bottom at the bottom of the program workspace here. Wow, look at all those GPS stations they're using to monitor the movement of tectonic plates in California. Pretty cool. Why do you think that scientists have installed so many GPS stations in California? We can find out unique information about each station by clicking on them, and you here need to write 3 pieces of information. So if we click on the station, it will show us information about this particular station. The name of the station here is P286. Not a very exciting name, but it does identify the station. And then there's lots of information you can record about that station. So you'd fill in the station name right here, P286, and then you could put the latitude and longitude and the speed and direction. Later in this activity, we're going to be working a lot with speed and direction, so that might be a good thing to get used to writing down. Now we're going to use code to show all the station velocities on the map at once. You should see a bunch of blue arrows on the map. So let's go back up here. Let's say show station velocities. Let's run. Wow, there are a lot of arrows on the map. You can see it's kind of smudgy because they're all on top of each other. But if you want to find out more information about one station, you can click on that station. Remember, you can always find out, we can always separate out the station you want by clicking on it. So open the direction tool in the bottom right of the map space. In what direction are most of the arrows on the map pointing? So this shows a compass, and we can use this compass rose here to figure out. We know most of the arrows are basically pointing this way. And so we want to figure out what that means in terms of a compass direction. So we can use the slider to make this arrow point about in the same direction as all the other arrows. And we see it's somewhere around 330 degrees from north. You can see this little arrow here pointing to 330 degrees. And that gives you a better idea. If you get a compass reading that you want to figure out what it means, you can use, like, say you click on a station and it says it's headed at 180 degrees. So you can see that that's basically south. So we get to remove the all GPS stations, this little block, and we can take that down, put it in the garbage. We're going to go to the data category and grab a name block and add it to the show GPS stations block. So there's a name block. We just plug it in just like we did with the puzzle piece. And it says set it to P513. So we're just going to take the name out of here and we're going to set it to P513. Go to the seismic category and grab graph GPS location over time and add that to your code. So here's graph GPS locations over time. You can see how there's like another little puzzle piece here. And so we know that's to attach it there. Use the pull down menu to set the station to P5113. So here's the pull down menu. So using the pull down menu, we set to P513. So we finished step 4. Now we're on the go to data category and we want to go to data and add a number block to the duration slot. So here's the duration slot down here. We don't want to just randomly put it in any puzzle piece hole. We want it right there. You'll notice we can set this duration and they want us to set it to 1. We want to run the code now and then notice where the GPS station is located. So we're going to go down here to run, go to map, and we can see that one vector for that one GPS station. You can click on the data tab here and you can see it's really hard to see any movement in one day. So we're going to set it to 1,000 days and then we'll click run again down here and you'll see a little bit more movement. And then later they're going to want you to set it to, I believe it's 15 years, which is 5,475 days. Run that and you can see a little bit more movement. This graph here is much like a compass rose. You can see how much it moves west and how much it moves north. And if you remember any of your geometry, you can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out the total distance it's moved. So you can keep using your coding skills for the rest of this activity. Finish the rest of the pages and we'll pick it up again in the video in activity 4. We'll get to do more fun coding. Thanks so much. Again, we were working on this one and next time we'll be working on deformation. Thanks for turning your questions in to Schoology.